In this video, I will be covering the earnings of each of my top 10 best-selling books, the advertising strategies that played a big part in my success, accusations of photoshopping, how Amazon screwed me over multiple times this month, and a lot of insight into how these royalties were achieved. Happy New Year to you all. I hope you ended 2023 with more money than you started with. If you didn't, then let's change that for 2024, because there is a lot of money to be made from self-publishing. Before I jump into the income report, I want to be clear that I do not share these reports to brag or because I want your congratulations. I share these reports to document my own self-publishing journey, which I've been doing every month since 2021. I also do it to show you what is possible even when working a full-time job. Another reason is that I like to back up the advice that I give to you. It's very easy for someone to make a YouTube video sharing various strategies or to put a KDP course together. But I think it's important for you to know that the advice or direction that this person is giving is actually working and producing results. I just wanted to clear that up quickly because some people think sharing these things or talking about money so openly is a bit vulgar, but these are the reasons that I do it. So let's jump into the good stuff. December is always a good month for me, but this December in particular has been the best of my self-publishing career. In the last video, I mentioned that investing heavily in ads during November should supercharge my royalties for December, and here is the proof. I managed to beat my previous personal best of $14,000 last December, which I am thrilled about, especially taking into account the Amazon printing increases. Here is a screenshot of the royalties from December 2022, and you will see that the pattern is almost identical on both pictures. You can also see that between December 2022 and December 2023, I published 60 books, and most of these books were created recently during Q4. So I did not create a massive amount of books in the last year, considering that I have over 1,600 books in total. I did mention this in the previous video, but around half of my books were made in the first year or so of publishing. They were not up to a good standard and have since been unpublished. Now I prefer to publish less books but make them better quality and advertise each one, instead of pumping out hundreds of books per year. Following this approach also saves me a lot of time, and that's why I can do this alongside a full-time job. While we're looking at royalty screenshots, I want to address a comment that I got on my last video. The comment basically said, you need to work on your photoshopping skills because your screenshot from November 2023 and November 2022 both show the same number of books. Which, to be honest, is a fair comment, a bit rude, but it is a fair comment, especially if you don't know how the royalty estimator works. So basically, if I go into the royalty estimator and select a custom date range, for this example, I picked a date close to when I first started publishing, and you will see that the number of books shown is the same amount as I currently have. Now, I don't know why Amazon choose to show the data like this, but I just wanted to address the comment in case anyone else was thinking it. He deleted his comment as soon as I explained it, so I guess I won't be getting an apology anytime soon. The reason the number of books is different between these two December screenshots is because the 2022 one is a screenshot that I took last year. I wanted to use that screenshot to show you the number of books that I'd created in the past year. Anyway, on the 20th of December, I earned a whopping $962, which blows my mind. Then sales rapidly began to fall from the 23rd as potential Christmas gifts wouldn't arrive in time. What were your royalties like for December? Are you happy with them? And what are your royalty goals for 2024? Let me know in the comments. My top 10 best-selling books brought in $10,839, which is 63% of my total royalties, which again proves that you don't need 1,600 books to make a decent income. Now let me break down how much these 10 books earned individually. My number one book is a 2024 planner, and that earned $2,527 in royalties. My second best-selling book is an activity book, and this should have been number one, but I will explain how Amazon screwed me over regarding this book in a minute. In the number 3 spot, we have a prompted line journal / logbook. In 4th place is another activity book. For this book, I'm not allowed to run ads because of bad language, so I created some social media content for this book, which may have helped the sales. Fifth position is a logbook, which sells particularly well in the USA. Logbooks don't typically sell as well during Q4 as they're not really items that you would gift to someone. That is why coloring books and activity books do so well during this period. In 6th and 10th position, we have the brand new line journals that were created at the end of October. To be totally honest with you, I thought these books would bring me in about $100 or so combined, but they have earned me over $2,000 this Q4. Like I mentioned in the last video, it is hard for a book to immediately start selling well, but it is even harder for a simple line journal to do so. That is where I would like to thank my advertising launch strategy and other advertising techniques for this success. If you want to learn all of my advertising strategies, my only course, the Amazon Advertising Blueprint, is currently on sale at 62% off. I wanted to keep this offer going until I made this video, just in case you did not see the offer in my Facebook group. I will be taking down this discounted offer in the next few days, and if you are interested, you can find the link to the course in the description below. And finally, positions 7, 8, and 9 were logbooks. Now, although I had a fantastic month, I am a little bit disappointed with Amazon. Let me tell you why. First of all, I received a lot of bad reviews on many of my books during November/December. Of course, bad reviews are part of the process, but when they are to do with misprinting and ripped pages, it really annoys me. A lot of the reviews shared the same issues regarding missing ink on the pages, which made the books unusable. This massively affected the sales of a lot of my books, especially my number 2 best-selling book. This book was the bestseller in its category and was consistently bringing in daily royalties of between $100 and $140 for the first 10 days of December, at least. I then received 3 1-star reviews within a few days of each other, which absolutely ruined the momentum, all to do with misprinting reasons. This book has been selling well for a year now, and I haven't changed anything to do with the interior. This was 100% down to Amazon, and I know others in my Facebook group have experienced the same issues lately. After these bad reviews, this book started earning below $50 per day. I believe that these misprinting errors across all of my books cost me between $1,000 to $2,000 in royalties. I did try to get these reviews removed as they were clearly to do with Amazon issues and not mine. I emailed the community support team explaining the issues in great detail. I attached screenshots of the reviews mentioning the misprinting. I gave them the ASINs of the books. I provided links to the marketplaces on Amazon where the reviews were from, and lots of other details. I then got a reply saying that they could not find the reviews that I was talking about. So I replied again saying that I've provided all the details, you just need to go to recent reviews to find them. Someone else from the team replied stating that they couldn't find the reviews in question. Anyway, I got the same reply 4 times from 4 different colleagues. And that blew my mind at the kind of people that a big company like Amazon were hiring. In the end, I didn't get anywhere, so it's something that I have to live with. To add to my frustrations, on the 20th of December, during peak gift buying time, Amazon decided to pause all of my advertising campaigns as they couldn't take a payment. Now, because I was out with my family for most of the day, I didn't check my emails until I got home, meaning that my campaigns had been paused for a long time. As soon as I could, I spoke to the Amazon help team. I explained that my bank didn't have any issues and asked him to try and take the payment again. To no surprise, he said he couldn't help me and that the system will try again in the next 24 hours. I'm sure you can imagine my frustrations here. Luckily, I did not have to wait another 24 hours, but my ads were paused for about 12 hours on the UK and USA marketplaces. This would have lost me a lot of sales and especially momentum. Without these 2 combined issues, I think that I would have been closer to a $20,000 month. So yes, Amazon really tried my patience during December. If you had any similar issues with Amazon, I would love to hear them. These issues are a strong reminder that it is a good idea to diversify your income streams, especially if you're too reliant on a company or a platform, because at the end of the day, you are at their mercy. Don't get me wrong, I still love Amazon. They have changed my life and helped me reach financial freedom. But every relationship has ups and downs, I guess. Now, here is a bit of interesting data which proves that advertising plays a part in overall royalties. These pie charts show the royalties earned per marketplace. I consistently sell most of my books on the USA and UK marketplaces. For years, the ratio has been quite equal between the two. The other colors that you see are countries like Canada, Australia, Germany, etc. Between the UK and the US, I normally spend a similar amount on Amazon advertising. However, for this Q4, I made the decision to spend a bigger ratio in the UK marketplace. For December, I spent $1,100 more in the UK than I did in the US. And as you can see, for December, the ratio heavily favored the UK. This shows that running ads effectively helps to kickstart sales, which in turn lifts your books higher up the Amazon rankings, which also helps to bring additional organic sales. Also, the more organic and ad sales you have, this increases the chances of getting positive reviews, which in turn brings more sales and makes your book more desirable than competitors with no reviews. In my Facebook group, KDP Secrets, I often see the question, should I wait until I get a good review before running ads? The honest answer is no. Of course it helps if your book has a positive review, but you could be waiting forever to get that review. Now I want to show you the performance of 3 of my newly published books, including the line journals. This is a free Chrome extension from Helium 10, and it shows you the bestseller rank of any book over a period of time. This graph is for my 2024 planner, which is my bestseller. I have selected all time, and the graph starts showing data from 09/2023, which is September, obviously. As soon as this book was live, I immediately added A+ content. I also ran my ad launch strategy straight away. On the right of the image, you can see the rank. This is the bestseller rank on Amazon. The lower the graph gets towards 0, the better the book is selling. This book in particular had a consistent BSR of between 800 and 2,000 through December. Not bad for a brand new book with no reviews. My line journals were published in late October, which makes it more impressive, although they didn't sell as well as the 2024 planner. You can see the similar pattern with all of these books. As I optimize my ads each week, the more sales I get, and the better the bestseller rank gets. Like I said in my previous video, I've been following this strategy for years now, and it enables me to squeeze the most I can out of Q4. I will quickly show you my total expenses for December. Most of these expenses are fixed every month, except for ad spend and outsourcing. This is the most I've ever spent on ads in a single month, and is $500 more than what I spent in December 2022. Although I did beat my December 2022 royalties by $2,700. I continued to outsource some A+ content, which cost me $90. So if I take away my expenses from my royalties, I am left with a very healthy $13,236. I am very pleased with this, and I cannot wait until the next Q4 already. Thank you for staying until the end of this video. I hope some of the insights were valuable to you. If they were, please click on subscribe, and then that lets me know that these videos are useful and I will carry on. I hope you have a prosperous 2024, because there is plenty of money to be made with Amazon KDP. Click the video on the right if you want to learn more about how Amazon advertising has helped to scale my business massively. Take care.